we forgot to do like the first 9 minutes.
Oh no. Yeah, it's live now. We're good.
So what is the value of the test statistic? How do we find this? So the formula. Oh, we're doing Excel. That's right. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to pull that out really fast. Oh, didn't we say that? Sorry, the Excel program's already there, right? The chapter 12 data A1.
Sorry, repeat that. I couldn't. You cut out.
Oh, sorry. We had to download the thing, right? The chapter 12 data A1 and B1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Stop. You know that hurt my feelings way more.
Okay. Well,
I know you didn't. I made a joke about it, so you know it wasn't. Now I will make more.
sorry, I'm eating a snack.
Oh, yeah.
You're a real Lisa.
Okay. I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh, sorry. The SD is the sample standard deviation, whereas the sample mean is the D bar. Not to be confused with debag. You found that funny, huh?
Here, baby. I know.
Peace, my peace I give unto you, my peace I leave with you.
Hey, you are not Jesus. You do not get to quote that.
But when we were missionaries,
You're not Jesus.
When we were missionaries,
You're not Jesus.
he commanded that
Jesus is not you.
his missionaries leave their peace with the houses that accepted them.
Shut up! No, you're not Jesus. You can't leave us your peace.
Well, I'm not a missionary anymore, so you're right. So I'll just change my last name to World Peace. Oh, I guess you don't get that basketball reference.
No. See, I'm trying to help you.
Okay, I have no idea what we're doing here. I can't tell where the formula is at, so.
I'm trying to look it up. I can't find it either.
Sorry. So the T value, that's typically what we get after we use the what was that we used last time anyways? Sounds delicious.
No look here.
Are you guys trying to find how to compute the test statistic formula?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. So it's T equals D minus sigma O divided by S divided by, oh crap, I don't know what that is. D over the square root of N, but can't we just do all this stuff in Excel?
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that we have to use the Excel file that we used from last time to find the t-value. But the thing is that on this problem, I can't tell if it's saying that we need to use the data from the A1 or what. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't either.
Because the question's not terribly specific. It says use the following information for the next two questions,
Right.
but it doesn't say if we need to use the data from the data files.
Oh, right.
So I assume that it's just wanting to use the information that it gave us. What was that formula that you said again?
Well, I have it written down in my notes that it's T equals D minus sigma
Okay.
divided by S, and then it's like D.
S was the sample size, right?
No, N is the sample size.
Right, but in that one, the S is the same. Or so what we could possibly do is 2.2 divided by 3.3 divided by the square root of 9. And that might give us our test statistic. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm pretty clueless. This class is killing me. So, okay. So, what did you think we were supposed to do?
One sec.
I'm going to write it down now that you said that.
So what I was trying to say was that we take the 3.3. So the D bar is that's the sample mean. The SD is the standard deviation, and the N is the sample size, obviously.
Right.
So I think what we'd wind up doing is taking 3.3 divided by the square root of 9, which is 3, which equals 1.1. So we have 2.2 divided by 1.1, which literally is 2. So the value of the test
I think it's 2. Because I got the same thing.
Okay.
I did exactly what you did.
Well, then that would make sense. The probability of obtaining a test statistic greater than Jordan's test statistic is 0.0403. Use this probability to determine the p-value for Jordan's hypothesis test.
Is that what we have to use the little applet for?
Yes, I think so. 0.043. But in what manner did it say? Just that it's not equal to, right?
Right.
So not equal to is basically the two-tailed test, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
So 0.0403.
Mm-hmm.
And we want 3 degrees of freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then it looks like the t-value is 3.472. Well, that's the z-score, the t-score. So how do we use that to find the p-value?
I thought the p-value is, I don't know. I thought the p-value, you put the test, why can't I say that stupid word? I thought you put the test, my word. Anyway, I thought you put that in the probability app, and then the p-value shows up in the bottom part. Like you put that at the top.
I'm confused. So you want us to take 2?
I'm looking here. I really shouldn't talk because I really don't know what I'm doing in this class. And my group has left me, so I'm trying to piece it together.
Well, if it were 2, then the area underneath on the thing would be 0.1393.
Okay.
Which means that it would fail to reject, right? If it's greater than the P or whatever the P value is. Wait. So I put in 2 for the t-score. The area underneath the curve is 0.1393, so 0.14 basically. If the confidence level, even if it was 90%, like a 90% confidence interval, we'd still be fine. So we'd fail to reject the null.
Okay.
But it's wanting us to find out what the actual thing is. I'm really confused at what it's asking there.
Which one are you on?
4.
Oh, we're on question 4 still?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were on the failure to reject the...
Hmm.
Let's see.
Weird. Oh, to get the t-score, you have to take the sample means and the population mean, I think, and subtract them. But since we don't have a population mean, it should be fine for question number 3. Interesting. Is this working?
I
So I think
cannot for
putting
the
in-
life of me figure this one out.
I think putting in 2 is the correct answer, and then putting 2 in for the t value, and then looking at the area underneath the curve for the two-tailed test is what it is. So I think the answer for number 4 would be 0.1393 or 0.139
So where did you put that in at?
for the probability applet.
Yeah. What did you put in like at the top? What did you
I
put in?
2 for the t-score instead of underneath the area.
And what did you put in for the t-score? 2?
2? Yeah, because that was our previous answer. Because if the test statistic is 2, then we can determine the p-value by how much area is left in each.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Anyways, use the data file from 12 data A1 to answer the next 6 questions. Ali, you remember the app that we used, or the Excel thing that we used last time?
Yes.
I think we're gonna have to use that again, or use another one. I'm not sure which, to be honest.
Okay. I don't know if I saved it. Was it the quantitative to descriptive statistics or the procedures?
Well, I'm on the descriptive right now, and that doesn't look right. So,
It could be the inference procedures.
I think it's the inference.
okay, let's go with that one. But either way, there's 2 sets of data that we have for the A1.
Right. Don't we have to put the difference?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, because this whole week is what we're doing is you have the two data, but you're trying to find the difference
So
of the
are we
data.
looking
It's like
at the sum?
it's like before or after. So
Okay.
you've got the pre-data, the post-data, and you have to find the difference to get the stuff to put in the applet. And then to do that, I'm trying to remember how to do it because you had to kind of do this funky thing.
Oh, okay. I think you're right. It's the inferential procedures one. Yeah, it looks like you're right on that one.
But then we have to get the right data, right?
Yeah.
So don't we have to use the... I don't remember how to do it. It's like you have to, in the Excel file, you have to make like another column, and then you have to say subtract.
Well, this shouldn't be too hard, I don't think.
I think I wrote down how to do it.
I haven't had tutoring yet this week, so I'm a little confused. My tutor's been sick, and normally I go to tutoring and then I'm ready to kick butt. This time I'm quite clueless.
So I wrote down what you're supposed to do because my husband was helping me. So I think you make a new column, then you type in the equal sign.
Okay.
Let me see here. Equals. Then click on the cell with the first number.
We're going with the inference one, or are we going with the categorical one?
Well, you have to take the. Oh, I don't know. No, it's the inference one, but aren't we? Does it say where we're getting the data from? Do we know what Excel file we're getting the data from?
What do you mean?
Well, is it the chapter 12B or chapter 12A?
Oh, it's the chapter 12A.
Okay, so let me get that open. Because I was looking at B. Too many things open. Goodness gracious. Okay, that's B. Okay, A. So don't we do, like, we subtract group 1 from group B? I think. And then we paste that data into the inference app. Because I think how we do it.
For some reason, this doesn't look right. What? Why are these tables so different? Paired sample test for me. So, is it not the inferential one then, or what?
Well, I think it is, but I think to get the data, you have to
somehow put
subtract it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but I can't get my computer to do that.
Well,
Okay,
this
let's
one
see
says
here.
one sample t-test for means. I'm thinking that there's another program that allows us to. Oh, no. Never mind. Sorry, I didn't even notice there's tabs down here that says paired sample t-test. You see that?
On what?
Uh,
On the inference one?
no, on the Excel program that you're supposed to download, there's the 2-sample t-test for means. Do you see down at the bottom there should be extra tabs?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you guys already saw that. I just barely saw that.
Huh. Okay. I think my Excel must be old because I don't think I'm seeing what you're seeing.
No, it's there. I mean, if you downloaded it.
Let me look here. Okay. Okay, so at the bottom, oh yeah, it says a 2-sample t-test.
No, you want to go to paired, I think.
Oh, paired. Oh, so then we can put the data in like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So we just copy and paste it. All right, that makes more sense. Copy. Oh yeah, then that already gives you the differences. So now it says, did you guys get the t-score is 0.407?
Yeah, I did. I got 0.407.
Here,
Well,
I
I just rounded it, but
so then the number 5 is 0.407, right? Because that says the paired sample t-test, and t is
So we need to put in the mean as well.
okay.
Uh,
And the mean is
1 second. This thing will let me.
I have the so mine says group 1, group 2, and then differences, and then it says mean is 31.025.
Right, but we want to go back to question number 5. Just before it says that the null hypothesis is that it equals 0.
Right.
The alternative hypothesis is that it does not equal 0. The confidence level is 0.90.
Okay, so I have 0.95. So let me switch that.
Gotta change that.
Point.
Now, what do we have? How many? What's the sample size or whatever? It's
What does A mean again?
4, 5, 6, 7, 10,
Sample size is N.
13, 14,
Uh,
18, 19, 20. Okay, so the sample size is 20. The standard deviation, did you give us that?
I think so. Oh, so do we put it up there at the summary statistics so N is 20? At the top, that top little bar thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the mean is
Okay.
20. I don't know if we necessarily need to put in the mean or the standard deviation because it already kind of has it there for us.
Right, and it says this population standard deviation is not known.
What was that?
Wait a minute. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
Well, where are you getting the mean from? Are you going back to question
No,
3 to get that?
The mean should be right in there. Like it automatically shows up.
Oh, okay.
The list. So it says the variable 1 and then kind of has that table there for you.
Okay.
Here it says the test statistic is 0.407.
Right.
Now I'm just going to go over this again, make sure it's right. So the sample size is 20, confidence level is 0.90, null hypothesis is 0, and then the whole point of it is that it's not equal to 0. The alternative hypothesis is not equal to. If that's all correct, then the t-value should, or the test statistic should be 0.407.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go ahead and answer. What's the p-value? It says here the p-value is 0.688. So it's 0.689.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the correct decision based on this evidence? It's failed to reject the null because it was greater than the p-value.
Right.
Or rather, the p-value was large. Suppose your alternative hypothesis is instead the greater than 0. Let's change it. So
Okay.
click on that. Should say greater. Yeah, greater than.
Right. That just changes the p-value to 0.343.
Yeah.
So that still doesn't do anything for us, right? Because isn't it supposed to be 0?
Yeah. We have insufficient evidence that the mean. Wait, what? Sorry. What's the correct decision?
We haven't.
Is equal to 0? No. We have insufficient.
Is it, I could be wrong. Is it the second one? We have insufficient evidence that the mean of the differences is greater than 0?
Yeah. All right. Well, now we have the next one. Great.
No, we just got that figured out. Okay, now we got to get B.
Yeah. Got to copy these things in. The significance level is 0.99, or the confidence level is 0.99.
Okay.
Are we on? Wait, I lost my place. We're on 8, aren't we? Or
9.
7? 9. Oh,
9.
Sorry. Whoops, I'm sorry.
Now I'm trying to find the stupid thing that had the. Oh, here I go.
Wouldn't it be N. Actually, I don't think I entered this into my Excel thing, right?
No, I can't find the file. What happened to it? Ugh.
Because the tab we should be on is the 2 sample t-test, isn't it? Or is it the paired sample
It's the
t-test?
paired.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Okay.
the paired.
Well, good thing I asked because I was on the wrong tab. It's been a day.
I can't even get the file to open here.
Where do I
Price
need, like,
point.
where would we put in the, like, are the variables the H or whatever?
What?
I'm just confused as to what I need to input in the Excel right now.
Oh, we need to input the chapter 12B data B1.
Okay.
So you put you put group 1 into the first.
Into the variable 1 column.
And then
And do I delete 1, 2, 1, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, or do I put it below those numbers?
Do you want to get that, Ricky?
I just put it like I copied the whole thing that says group 1 and then I put that one in the first column so that mine says group 1 and then goes 69, 34, 39 and then group 2 and then this third column is the differences.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I got it.
Okay, so but what did you say the confidence level was?
Are you talking to Niall?
Yeah, well, whoever.
Sorry, what did you say?
So I'm looking to the, okay. I'm going back to where we're at. What are we at? Number 9, right? So be sure that the test is group 1 minus group 2.
So when I inputted all the information,
Do we input group 2 and variable 2?
What was that?
Do we input group 2 where it says variable 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Group 1, variable 1, group 2, variable 2. Now, the question 9, you really don't need any more information. The DF is always going to be less than the sample size because literally like the formula for the DF is sample size minus 1.
Oh, you're right.
So it's going to be N for number 9. I got the p-value to be 0.0012. Rounded, that makes 0.001.
Okay.
Now, since it's 0.001, we do have to reject the null hypothesis, which is question 11.
Yeah.
Question 12 is if you make it greater than 0, it actually decreases the p-value.
Yeah, that I did learn that in tutoring.
Question 13, so that's the answer for question 12.
So it does decrease?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Question 13, what decision do you make? You still reject the null hypothesis. So based on your response from the previous question, what conclusion can you make? And that is we have sufficient evidence that the mean difference...
the first one.
There is no mean difference. I really don't know. Which one was it?
We have
Okay,
sufficient.
well, let's see here.
So...
well, the null hypothesis is 0, and we're saying our p-value is 0.001, which is basically 0, right?
Yes.
So does that mean we're rejecting it?
Yes, we're rejecting it.
Okay, let's see here.
But for question 14, does somebody want to help me make sense, heads or tails out of that? Because I don't understand what it's asking.
We decided to reject the null hypothesis.
So that means that we have sufficient evidence. But which one is it? That there is no mean difference or that there is a mean difference?
Okay, well, think if p...
Like, what are we trying to ask with
I'm
this
trying to
question?
remember. Okay, so is it that thing like if p is low, reject the null? And we're saying we're rejecting the null because p is low, so we have sufficient evidence. I don't know. I think it's the first one. But I could be totally wrong.
Sufficient
Because
evidence.
were we saying there is difference or there's not difference?
We're saying that there is no different. Wait, that yeah, that there would be difference between the two. That it's not zero. We're saying that it's not zero. is
We're
what
saying that it's not 0.
yeah, which means that there is a mean difference. All right,
Okay.
yeah, it's C or 3 or whatever.
Number 3,
the third
okay.
one.
So we have sufficient evidence that there's a mean difference between the two groups.
2 groups.
Okay.
As we've seen, the p-value depends on the alternative hypothesis. In general, which alternative hypothesis will give the smallest p-value? Isn't it that the mean is greater than 0?
Yes, because
yes.
in question 12 we said it would decrease.
Okay. Determine the 95% confidence interval for the mean difference between two groups using group 1 minus group 2. Input your answers below. What is the point estimate for this 95 confidence interval? Is it trying to... What? Oh, so we still have to use the same information from B1 then?
Yeah.
Is it still not equal to, or is it not? What?
Well, the confidence interval isn't the point estimate when you have to add the confidence interval and divide by 2?
The point estimate is the sample mean. So if I don't like this, the 95% confidence interval, but we don't know what the point estimate is because there's 2 samples. Do we want to take the sample of all of them then, or is that what we're wanting to do?
I have no idea. I'm looking here to see if I have anything figured out.
Also, this is just a side note. Tomorrow we should talk about the project that we have to do.
We have to do a project.
Yeah.
Like a huge project.
Yeah, that's like our final grade, and we all have to do our part because if one person doesn't, then we all fail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
She sent out an email and it's in the notes at the beginning of the week. So just look over it tonight because I know we're all super busy tonight.
Yeah.
So just look over it when you have a chance and we can talk about it tomorrow. I just wanted to throw that out there before I forgot.
Well, thanks. Yeah, just had no idea.
I think we're going to have to do our own.
Throwing me off. This.
I think we have to do our own test. Like we actually have to collect data and.
Yeah,
something
that's
else.
that's what the project is.
Oh.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to be going here soon, like in the next 5 minutes. But
Okay.
for the 95% confidence interval, is it asking for the mean of
It's
the?
asking for the point and estimate for the 95% confidence interval.
Right, but that would.
From this thing that we just did, from the
Which,
I think it's from the one we just did, the number B or whatever.
okay, and then are we doing it for both groups, or are we doing it for the differences?
I think we always do it for the difference when it's this when it's a paired.
Oh, for the mean difference. Okay.
Yeah, because the paired we don't care about what happened we don't care about what happened before. We just care about what the difference was between the two.
So, if that's correct, then the point estimate, right? It's always going to be the sample mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, then what I did was I did the average, equal average, for the differences, and I got 11.9545 or 11.955.
Yeah. Okay, that's what says it right on there. Okay.
What is the margin of error for this?
Margin of error. Do you remember that formula? I have it somewhere. in here.
It's 3.199.
How did you do that? Does it say that on there?
Yeah.
Oh, right there, the standard error.
What's the lower bound? 5.303.
Oh yeah, I see it on the Excel.
And then the upper bound is 18.607.
Well, you guys have completely different numbers than me.
Sorry.
But this happened to me when they were doing when I was doing the video from the homework. Is I put the exact same stuff into my Excel and they were getting completely different numbers. So I don't know what's going on. They're close to what you're saying, but not exactly. So I'll just figure it out.
I just submitted my test, so I'll let you guys know what we got right, what we didn't.
I did too. I got an 18 out of 20.
Okay, I missed question number 4. And I missed question number 15
I
and
just
17.
put the
I got a 17 out of 20. What the heck? What did we get different on?
oh, where did my thing go?
All right, can we do? I always ask. Can we just go over everything over again
For
what you guys did get?
Allie, can you do that, please?
Yeah, one
I'm gonna
second.
go ahead and go. I'm already late for the movie. Sorry.
Okay, see ya.
All right, thanks, guys. You guys are
See
awesome.
you later, hun.
Bye.
Have fun.
Thanks.